note left and our daughter's gone.
A note was left and your daughter is gone? How old is your daughter?
6 years old. She's gone. 6 years old.
How long ago was this?
I don't know. I just haven't.
The date was December 25th, 1996. The Ramseys went to a dinner at Fleet and Costello White's house at 5 p.m. At 9 p.m., they arrive home, John carrying little JonBenet into the house because he didn't want to wake her up. Not too long after, the rest of the family goes to bed. And what happens next will haunt the family for the rest of their lives. At approximately 5:30 a.m., Patsy wakes up to catch a flight to Detroit. She walks downstairs and finds a ransom note on the spiral staircase. She screams when she reads, "We have your daughter." Both John and Patsy claim Burke, JonBenet's brother, doesn't wake up this whole time. At 5:51 a.m., Patsy calls the police, although the note says that if the Ramseys call the police, she dies. At 5:52 a.m., the police respond. They're shown the ransom note, and oddly, the police note that Patsy's makeup is fresh. She says she slept with it on. At this point, the Ramseys had already called the Whites. At 5:53 to 8 a.m., several people searched the house, including patrolling policemen. None claimed to have found the body. Some, however, claimed that the wine cellar door, the wine cellar JonBenet was later found in, was locked. The case at this point was still being treated as a kidnapping. At 7 a.m., Patsy claims that she woke Burke up. At noon, a detective claims that John Ramsey went missing for an hour and a half. Around 1 p.m., detectives suggest that Fleet and John search the home again. The detective says he saw Fleet crouching down while calling an ambulance. Moments later, John is carrying JonBenet's body up the stairs. She was dead. At 1:05 p.m., John places JonBenet on the floor, where people disturb the scene by performing CPR on an obviously dead girl and covering her with a chair covering. Patsy shouts, "Jesus, you raised Lazarus from the grave. Save my baby." At 1:10 to 1:20 p.m., the body is moved twice, disturbing the crime scene and body even more. At 1:40 p.m., John contacts friends saying they killed her. He also tries to make plans to fly out of town. When the police later interviewed the neighborhood, a neighbor of the Ramseys, Melanie Staton, said she heard a piercing scream around 12 a.m. on December 26th. Her husband said he heard a scraping of pavement around the same time. It's also reported that when John brought JonBenet's body up the stairs, he was carrying her away from his body. He also disturbed the crime scene before even carrying her up the stairs by removing the tape from JonBenet's mouth and loosening her hands. That's what happened before and after the crime. But what happened during it? Evidence suggests that there were intruders. One of them, Michael Helgoth. There was already speculation that Helgoth had killed JonBenet Ramsey because of a boot print that was left at the scene of the crime that matched one of his boots. Recently, a note matching Helgoth's writing was found in his belongings that were never searched before. In the note, Helgoth states that he committed the murder, alongside with his still unknown accomplice. He goes into detail about how he broke into the Ramsey household using a key that he stole, tased JonBenet so she wouldn't scream, took her down to the basement so that way, when she could, no one would hear her screams, and left her there while his accomplice assaulted her. He went back after hearing screams with a flashlight in his hand and struck her with it over the head. The accomplice, quote-unquote, finished her off by making a garrote and strangling the poor girl to death. Helgoth then states that he stripped her of her clothes to get rid of the evidence, wiped her down, and redressed her with underwear and pajamas that the accomplice had given him. As for the pineapple found in JonBenet's small intestine, she just had a midnight snack with Burke before going back to bed and, unfortunately, meeting her demise. But why would this man and his accomplice want to torture and or sexually assault and kill this poor child is beyond me. But maybe Michael Helgoth just wanted to know what it was like to bash a human skull in.